Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so whenever we release a video at the Jamaica Young Police channel, you'll be the first to receive the same. Remember to share the video with your friend, your mama, papa, girlfriend, boyfriend, and your side chick and side man. Yes, and post a comment below, even just to post and say, I am here to show your appreciation of the work that we are doing here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. And thanks for being a part of the movement. So, moving on. Yeah, so we have reached, so this is part 5 of the 7-part series, talking about this man and his wife. You have heard that she, had covertly, wishing harm to come to me, wanting someone to kill me, although she didn't say it directly, but we know what she meant, because I'm a Jamaican. And I know that that's how, when people hate you and despise everything that they can't control, that's what they wish for. Man, but we just continue to speak truth to power, and we are not here begging friends or anything like that. So let's be clear. As you have heard, and we keep reminding you that this man is not the first one in North Miami Beach to own an hotel. That hotel was up in 2002 by a man named R. Donahue Peebles. And then you're going to have his acolytes and liars coming with all kind of things. But as we say, we don't respond to criminal-minded people and liars. You understand? When they're claiming. And there are so many things we haven't addressed about his background as yet, and what he has done is open a can of worms and letting us go into the archives, and he has to later, we continue to educate the audience about people like him. So let's be clear. Intelligence is not sacrosanct, and neither are people who pretend to possess it. There are those amongst us, like Treveor and Cynthia Willis, who walk around with an air of untouchability, as if their polished speech, camera-friendly smiles, and shallow accolades place them above scrutiny. They desperately want others to believe that they are a paragon of virtue, immune to criticism, and free from accountability. But what they don't want the world to see is their long-standing affiliation with individuals who have serious criminal backgrounds. They operate under the illusion that respectability can be bought with press coverage, that silence can erase suspicion, and that pretending to be business-minded absolve them of shady alliances and unethical conduct. They want to muzzle the truth and silence those who dare to ask hard questions, because once the veil drops, once they are carefully constructed, narrative is torn apart by fact and exposure. All that remains is fraudulence, deceit, and cowardice. Treveor and Cynthia Willis are not above criticism. In fact, they are the reason criticism exists, because people like them hide behind community projects and charity optics to distract from the rot festering just beneath the surface. So to those who believe they are beyond reproach, remember this: credibility is not based on how you look or how well you speak. It's based on how you live. And when your life is surrounded by criminals, built on lies and propped up by narcissistic delusions of grandeur, no amount of breadfruit would sweeten the truth. And we are telling that. And, and trust me, there are some things that we have unearthed since the revelation about this man, in which we're gonna later we tell you about DEA. Yes, DEA. That's a drug enforcement agency, and one of the reasons why he had chose here at headquarters to run to with information about other people involved in nefarious activities? Was he using that as a way to cover himself? So we opened and ripped away the mask to unmask the liars. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. And we're going to keep reminding the audience that this man is not only a notorious liar, and so is his wife. Because remember that this man claimed that he's the first black man to own a hotel in North Miami Beach. We don't listen to the noise. We do our research. As you know that yours truly, I've been affiliated with Miami-Dade County from the get-go. I used to live near to the stadium, the football stadium. Yes, near to near to University Drive. That takes you right back to Miami-Dade Community College. Back then, it's Miami-Dade College now. So I am very, very familiar with Dade County and even with South Beach. And the liar claimed that and not only that, how he came by his millions that he claimed that he had in America. How he came by that. Like a regular barefoot police officer migrated to America. How he become a millionaire. Let that sink in. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
Time now for our Live Positive report. A South Florida businessman being recognized for helping to build a better America. The GRIA, which is an African-American news website launched by NBC, named Don Peoples one of America's 100 history makers in the making. Raised by a single mom, he actually dropped out of college and then got into real estate. Now he's one of the country's wealthiest African-Americans, running a real estate corporation that has developed hotels and other projects worth billions. Peoples, who lives in Miami, says the country really has come a long way since the civil rights era.
I'm proud to be a part of that progress, but I see now our country's evolved. We have an African-American as president and African-Americans in every aspect of industry. There's still much improvement to be done, but we are far more along to a society that creates equal opportunity, equal access to opportunity for all.
Peoples, by the way, continues to break barriers. He is now working on a multi-billion-dollar non-gaming hotel in Las Vegas, the largest project to be built by an African-American developer. And a reminder, if you have a positive story happening in your community and you think we should know about it, we would love to hear from you. Just drop us an email at livepositive@nbcmiami.com.
All right, so that's a correction. Okay, you own the land, but not.
My husband been telling you that we lease the land to the individual that put a range there.
Okay, all right.
We didn't come up with that idea. The person that leased the land decided to do that.
Okay, all right. So your husband said that. So it is said that and I asked him, who's the name of who's the person that you leased it from? Because the policeman, the detective, did not know the name of the did not know of any person.
Don't check the FLA records, just like my husband said. It's record. It's public record. Anyone can go check and find.
Hold on. So you're saying
the range.
No, we're not talking about that. So you are saying we're not talking about who ran the range. The policeman is saying the owner of the land.
No, well, he's wrong. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you're saying the policeman is wrong. It's not your husband don't own the range. They own the land where the range at.
He owned the land that this gentleman that he leased it to put a range on that part of the land, that particular part of the land.
Okay. All right. So that's why I'm asking you. What the policeman said that Mr. Willis owned the land. Is the policeman wrong?
He never said own land.
What the policeman said?
What? We don't remember. Me not remember neither.
Oh, okay.
The point that I'm trying to make to you, sir, is I told you the details. I said we own the land that the range was on, but we had nothing to do with the range. The gentleman who leased it was the person who had everything to do with the range, and when he violated the lease, we had to get rid of him.
Well, so who's this person that you people said that you?
I am not going to tell you, sir. How many times did we say? You want to know? Go do your homework.
Okay.
Okay. You go do your homework. You can get all the knowledge you want if you do your homework. It's called due diligence.
Yeah, man, due diligence, that is true.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to say?
I have nothing else to say. As I said before, and I say again, as what the policeman says, he says that the people that were involved in the range, there are people.
So can I ask you a relevant question? Do you believe everything that policeman said?
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now. And stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. And I said it to your husband already. Intelligence is now, it's not always 100% accurate.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at times you're going to receive information which is intelligence, which it can go nearer or closer, but it's not. You understand? That's how intelligence is. For you,
I totally understand. Let me say this, sir. When you get intelligence, don't implicate somebody until you check the records. You, based on your intelligence, you do research. You find out the facts, and then you make whatever decision you're going to make based on the facts. Say you cannot go to court unless you have facts. It can't be hearsay. It has to be facts.
Look here.
That can be proven.
Yes, the only time you can go to court with hearsay is in a case of rape.
I'm just saying, sir.
Yes, I am telling you from a legal, I am telling you from a detective perspective. From when it comes down to rape,
I don't respect the detectiveness, because look here, from where they attack, we can't hear one detective quality thing that you have said so far. Now, if I were in your shoes, and I'm not a detective,
and you're not in my shoes,
I would have listened to the person, and then I would say what I have to say based on what the person has said. And under these circumstances, I feel that I would have been apologetic and say to the person, I'm going to go check the facts and to verify what you said, and then I will do a retraction. That's what I would have done. I'm a professional person.
Yes, but I can tell you this, that everything that we post, we make sure that I did all my necessary, and there was nothing.
If you did,
there was nothing.
Would not have gone that way. You would have said whoever you think is a criminal, and then you said, "But I don't know anything about Mr. Willis." But you said it in the same sentence that you were putting the criminals in. That means he's a part of it.
No, I make a general statement.
Sir, you cannot make a general statement under those circumstances. You're talking about criminality, and one person in there or two people in there weren't criminals, but yet you group them together.
Yeah, because
when you generalized, you grouped them together.
Okay, do you know how many criminals you have who are upstanding citizens? Because they are not convicted of a crime, they are still criminals.
So what are you trying to say, sir? What are you trying to say? Say it out loud. Let me hear what you have to say.
Yes.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes, I am saying. Okay, let me repeat myself. There are many upstanding citizens in Jamaica who are criminals, but they are not convicted of a crime. And
You're not referring to my husband in that statement, are you?
It seems like you're not. Hold on. Are you listening? Are you listening? Or are you not listening? I am telling you. I am telling you for a fact.
I am sure they're not. I'm sure there's tons of people.
Okay,
that are criminals.
Okay, that people have on a pedestal. People have on a pedestal and look up to them.
But that doesn't mean that my husband is one of them.
No. I look here. I did. You notice? I did not call any name or said this person. If you listen to even Muta Baruka, you hear Muta Baruka say it all the time. Say a whole heap
all the time.
Muta Baruka say a whole heap of them big money. Where right now we say we have them whole heap of hotel and all of them things. Enough of them. They used to deal in a coke and ganja and all them are going. Them same one now.
None of my business. I'm not them.
You're not. You're not. Listen.
They want to get involved in criminals. That's up to them. I can't tell people what to do.
Yes.
I can tell people.
No.
I can tell myself what to do.
Yes, but what
I can't tell anybody.
But what he's saying is that these people are not convicted of a crime, but they are criminals. The background.
But where are you going with this story? Where are you going with this story, sir? Are you trying to redeem yourself any chance?
Redeem myself, I am just telling you how society operates. It's just like look here. Look here.
Neither can I.
Okay, it's just like you have politicians in Jamaica, and you have seen documents from WikiLeaks that Sir P from Politics Watch had read about James Robertson and mentioned about Deeder that died, Liebert Rancher, even the Commissioner of Police, even Minister of Government who are involved.
I understand that, sir.
Okay,
do you think I don't understand that?
But these people weren't convicted of a crime. But they are still criminals because the thing the people that they've associated with it.
To my point, sir. Listen to me.
Yes.
You're telling me all of this, which I'm very aware of. I live in Jamaica.
Okay, thanks.
I'm a fully born Jamaican.
Yes.
Educated in Jamaica.
Okay.
So, I know all of what you're saying, sir. There, in any country, all over the world, there are a whole bunch of people that are criminals that were never implicated. I'm just saying to you, sir, that my husband is not one of them.
Well. Okay, and look here. And let me say this now. Let me say this now. It's very rare. Let me say very rare that someone involved in any form of criminal activity that the loved one knows, especially in Jamaica, that they would come out and say,
please, 50. How much years remember now it's so long.
Yes.
50 and me know my husband like a book.
No.
All the businesses that my husband was involved in, I was involved also. So if him is a criminal,
no. Look here. Mrs. Willis, you're not. You see, you're getting ahead of yourself. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I did not.
I heard you.
Just listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. I am talking as a.
Don't always know what their husband is doing. That's what you said. I heard you.
No, repeat that.
You said sometimes wives don't know what their husband is involved in or doing. But I'm telling you. No. I knew everything that my husband did in business. I was involved. I was part of the business. Integral part of the business.
You're misrepresenting my statement. What I'm saying is that, let me repeat myself again. I am telling you, as a Jamaican, born and raised. I am from Jamaica. I was born and spent most of my life in Jamaica, and I can tell you this.
Which school you go?
I went to the same school as one of the richest men in Jamaica, Butch Stewart. I went to the
What
same.
school was that?
Well, just like how you guys says, go and research that too. I went to the same school as Butch Stewart. So let's listen what I'm saying now, and let me rephrase my statement.
Thank you.
There are many, especially as Jamaicans, there are many people who are involved in criminality, and the wives, the girlfriend, the mother, the sister, they know that their family is involved in criminality, but yet when it is brought to publicly, they always denounce the police and say that the police is lying.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, because
all over the place that their family is in league with the person.
Okay.
I'm just saying to you, this is not one of those circumstances.
No. Look here. I didn't. Look here.
I'm just saying, sir. I didn't say you did. I said I'm telling you that it isn't.
Okay. So let me.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay. So let me be a devil's advocate here. And if he was, would you? I am asking you. I'm saying I'm being a devil's advocate here. If he was.
This morning, man, in that conversation.
Yes.
So let me tell you exactly what I'm like. So you read between the lines.
Yes.
Listen, people used to come here to the house and ask my husband, and if he no one bother with them, if he tell them saying no there.
Yeah.
I'm used to do that. One day,
no.
Let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
Okay.
One day I went to him and I said, this is the last time I'm going to lie, because I don't lie. I don't believe in lying. And
yes.
I've been telling people that you're not here and you're here because you don't want to talk to them. So you know what? It'll never happen again. And it never did. And this is like 20 years ago.
Okay.
It never happened again. Not even that a little lie them they wouldn't tell.
Oh, well, that's good.
I will tell you that.
Yes.
And that's a very small lie. And I wouldn't do it. I said I do not lie and I will not practice lying. Okay?
Yes.
And most wives would continue to say that. And I decided, because I'm so truthful, I was brought up to tell the truth. Cost it what it will.
Cool. Well, that's the same thing with me. I am
really?
I mean really. I am okay. I am
all right. Since you said that, no, go find your facts and retract the statement. That's all I have to say. And I'm finished speaking to you because you know what? I'm not getting anywhere with you. You're not coming to the conclusion that you ought to be coming to. That listen, all right. So I tainted somebody's name. Let me fix it. That's all a decent person would do. If I tainted you, I will find out the facts and I'll fix it. That's all I want to hear you say. But you don't intend to say that.
Well, look here. As I said before, and I say again, there's nothing in it what the policeman said that this are the female husband. Yeah. So this is the channel that we have been telling you about. United we win, divided we lose. A call to action for all decent, ethical, and truth-seeking people. Brothers and sisters, let's speak some truth. Division has always been the weapon of the wicked. The ultimate tragedy used by corrupt governments, dishonest leaders, and power-hungry manipulators. They divide to conquer. They pit communities against each other. They turn neighbors against neighbor, tribe against tribe, race against race, because they know the terrifying power we hold when we are united under true justice and purpose. That's why united we win, divided we lose. It's not just a slogan, it's a movement, a philosophy, a rallying cry for every decent, ethical, and truth-loving soul on this planet. We are all calling on you to be a part of something greater. This is not just another YouTube channel. This is an international platform that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. It reaches across ocean and finds its way into the hearts, homes, and minds of people like you. People who refuse to be manipulated, people who are hungry for truth, and people who stand for what is right, even when it's not popular. We believe in what is right, not who is right. That's what it's all about. So we expose what others are afraid to even whisper. So this channel reach across oceans and find its way into the hearts and minds of people like you, people who refuse to be manipulated. So we expose what others are afraid, because they themselves are afraid. We uplift voices that have been silenced. We connect the dots. Several reveal the agendas and show the patterns behind the lies that the mainstream buries. We cannot do it alone. Your subscription is more than just a click. It's a declaration that you are no longer asleep, that you refuse to be divided, that you see the power in unity, that you are choosing truth over propaganda, ethics over corruption, courage over silence. So I am personally inviting you, subscribe to United We Win, Divided We Lose channel, a home for truth seekers, the whistleblowers, the freedom fighters, and those who still believe in values and virtues and in victory through unity. Because remember, evil thrives when good people are silent and divided. But when we unite, we win, always. So join the movement, click, subscribe and select all, and let your voice be counted among the courageous. We have come to the end of part 5 in this No Old Bars series, and hypocrisy continues to unfold like a rotten onion, layer by layer. Christine Willis wants the world to believe that her husband, Treveor Willis, is a clean man, a saint, a man untouched by criminality. She boldly claims that if he had ever involved in anything illegal, she would be the first to call it out. But here's the problem. She had a perfect chance to denounce one of his most blatant lies and said nothing. She stood by silently while Treveor falsely claimed to be the first black man, or should we say first African American. Yeah, became black. He's a black man. So he refer to himself as an African, to own a hotel in North Miami Beach, a title that belongs to billionaire businessman R. Donahue Peebles. That alone should have been enough to expose the extent of Trevor's delusions. But Christine, she said nothing. Not a whisper, not a correction, not a single lack of decency. Why? Because Christine Willis is no better. She's not the moral compass she pretends to be. She's a liar, a fraud, and a willing accomplice to deception. A woman so morally blind and bankrupt that she wouldn't recognize integrity if it stood in front of her waving a red flag. She talks about honesty, but laugh at the idea of violence against truth tellers. She talks about decency, but enable a man to build his image on falsehood and political connections to criminals. This is not a woman of virtue. This is a woman wrapped in self-righteousness while knee-deep in denial. So let's be honest, Christine Willis wouldn't recognize decency if it slapped her in the face, because if she did, she would have walked away from the lies, denounced the fraud, and stood for something real. But instead, she stood by her man, not out of loyalty, but out of complicity. Part 6 is coming, and the flames are only getting hotter. Stay tuned. The truth does not sleep. And as we saw over here, we don't hold bars at any guys. No guy. And we say, and we continue to say again, if you sleep with dog, you're gonna wake up with flea. You can't wake up with any halo, gold or diamond. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel out.